I finally got tired of my cousin stealing my expensive booze, so I set a trap that humiliated her in front of the entire family. My cousin Brittany has this amazing talent. She brings a single $5 bottle of cheap wine to every family gathering, but somehow she always leaves with the most expensive liquor from my bar cart. And I don't mean a half-empty bottle of vodka. I'm talking about my husband's $90 bourbon or my imported Italian wine. At first, I thought I was just misplacing things. You know, party brain. But then, Thanksgiving rolled around. I literally watched her, slide an unopened bottle of vintage champagne right into her giant oversized tote bag. When I confronted her, she just giggled and said, "Oh, Uncle Dave said I could take this home for a nightcap." Uncle Dave had been asleep on the couch for 2 hours. The worst part? The rest of the family just lets her do it. "Oh, that's just Brittany," my mom would say. "Don't make a big deal out of it." So I stopped making a big deal out of it. Instead, I made a plan. The 4th of July barbecue was at my house this year. I told my husband I was completely in charge of the bar setup. I took an empty, beautifully heavy glass bottle of artisanal, small batch gin, the kind with a fancy wax seal, and I filled it with a custom blend. I used flat tonic water, a very generous pour of spicy pickle juice, and about half a bottle of cheap synthetic liquid smoke. It looked perfectly clear, just like premium gin, but the smell, oh, it smelled like a salty, wet campfire. I pushed the cork back in tight and set it right on the edge of the patio bar cart, perfectly positioned next to where Brittany always drops her purse. The actual good liquor, hidden in a cooler, tucked away in the laundry room. The party started, and Brittany arrived with her usual single bottle of cheap Moscato. Everyone ate, we watched the fireworks, and around 10 o'clock, she started doing her little goodbye lap. I was wiping down the kitchen counters, pretending to ignore her. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw her snag the artisanal gin. She didn't even hesitate, she just dropped it straight into her bag. "I'll just take this off your hands," she called out, breezing past the kitchen. "You guys have way too much booze anyway. Drive safe," I smiled, waving her out the door. The family group chat was dead quiet the next morning, until about noon. Brittany sent a massive, all-caps text. "Did anyone else get sick from the drinks? That fancy gin tasted like literal garbage." I waited, maybe 5 minutes. Then I typed back, "Oh no, we all drank the margaritas." "Wait, Brittany, did you take the bottle off the end of the bar cart? That was my custom marinade for the briskets." I couldn't find it anywhere. My husband looked at me from across the living room. He slowly lowered his phone, squinted, and whispered, "You didn't." "I absolutely did," I said. "Brittany hasn't taken a single bottle from my house since. Now when she visits, she brings her own drinks and keeps her purse in the car."